my kids. So over here, how they took her here is they falsified a drug screening. Okay, their drug testers are compromised. Not so much Quest diagnosis, but they still won't release any of the information to me. I'm hoping in this appeal I'll be able to get a subpoena, but there's no scan bars. There's so many differences, and these actually are not scannable. This right here is the one that the HHS altered. And if you know anything about tests, my daughter would be dead if those levels were accurate. And this was put in by CPS. And it's actually a general format I found online through Google. It's one of the only ones. And that doctor, I'm questionable if he works there. According to the website, he didn't follow the rules. But when they took my daughter, they took her to Heather Home, which thank God they closed, but I did find her that night, and they drugged her. I know they drugged her because I heard her cry and then go right to sleep. I was right outside. That was my baby after they drugged her, and my mom picked her up. Look at those eyes. There was no reason. And it took them a week to call my mother. Here's that facility. Aldea is the ones. Horrible, horrible place. They actually sent this to my boyfriend. It's a suicide convention / meeting conference for social workers only at high levels. They sent it to him after they did this. So here is Aldea's connection to the White House, Clinton White House, just an FYI, and we know what they were about. Heather House Connect. I don't know anything about him, so he could be a good guy. I don't know. Moy, I think she'll just do whatever she needs to do to stay in her job. So not necessarily bad or good. I think she's just fluid. I could be wrong. I'm a horrible judge of character. This is what the HHS sent me for harassment. Okay? Like, I've never gotten anything like that before. Straight up. Another important part of this is the DMV. DMV has lost, altered, changed. My driver's license and registration over the last 3 years, to the point where I don't even bother with it anymore. I ride my bike. Oh, here's the truck that the PD helped steal off of my driveway. It's on YouTube. I was in there. It was on my property. No warrant, no judge signature. It was a civil matter because I was waiting for my money to pay the loan company. Anyways, they threatened to break my window and pull me out by gunpoint on my property with no warrant. And I had the gang task force here, by the way. They've done less for home invasions here. Here's one of the times I went to the DMV to try and get my ID. It said notice to appear. It was the reason they weren't able to give it to me. I have no idea, but it's for, what did it say? Outstanding failures to appear, failures to pay for something on 323, which doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what that is. They've also kept it for, I think, not appearing in a court hearing for unlawful detainer, which I own the home, when it was a civil matter, like I said. And just tons and tons and tons. I fought it 3 times. I mean, it has gone from suspended to canceled to fine out of nowhere to I just had to take the test again, which it shouldn't have. I don't know what the standing is now. I honestly don't care. I received this a day before my truck was assisted stolen with the PD. There's just Idaho records that I cleared up. Whatever they try and claim came from there. I totally cleared it up. I was pretty thorough with numbers and everything. Here is Solano charging me for a vehicle I don't own. I had insurance and a license at the time. The registration wasn't my responsibility. I don't know what the basic laws are on that, but whatever. Here's a very important part that really should alarm everybody. So, of course, I'm struggling and stressing and financially unable to pay a lot of things. And the water got shut off on September 20th, the day after. They took my daughter the year before. Okay, and main thing to focus on is the reason. 1001 UHC. Okay, same reason recently. Mind you, they broke in the home, broke the window, no warrant, and it's not even on dispatch record. They did not report it. The code enforcement manager was surprised and shocked when he heard what they did to red tag my house for no water this time. Okay. They used an international code. Where is it at? Here we go. Right there. I looked it up because I thought it was a joke. But I was right. International Property Maintenance Code. That was a direct... I won't speculate. You know what it probably is. When we moved here, they also implemented the taxes being owed on the property, even though they know when the house is inherited and in the process of probate or being entered into probate. They have plenty of years to do that. But yet they implemented that too. Here's proof that the people were deceased. Keep that in mind because, importantly, we have lots and lots and lots of ballots for her. The county knows she's deceased. It's obvious they know. They keep... Anyways. So there's the official ballot under her name. Here's the, which one is this one? Elect by now, okay? They know. They know. Let's see. So why is that also important? Because, yeah, the post office is absolutely corrupted and in on it, whatever it is. But here's some evidence for you. Okay, these are hand-delivered from the courthouse to my boyfriend. No return address, but they hand-crossed out the stamps with the pen. And I have several of court papers over there that shows the standard procedure to courthouse documents, more similar to that. And here is, in the court file, return to sender to my boyfriend who has had this address here for a very long time. It looks like it was sent on the 15th, something the 16th. I'm guessing stamped the 16th by the post office and returned on the 20th to Solano County Court. But it's silly that they're saying he wasn't able to receive this. It doesn't make a lick of sense, but yeah, they needed a proof of service and they got it. You know what I mean. There's one where the HHS is refusing to receive my documents, also using the post office. I even had it certified. Okay. Post office is no good. And we've had phones opened, the SIMs put in for us, activated. Altered mail, taped mail. I've reported it to the OIG, Inspector General, to the postman. Yeah. I let Krishna, the district attorney, know what's going on here, and she's pertinent because I just filed a grand jury complaint for redress in this county, and she, I guess, is the one who handles that. Well, come to find out, my judge has put another file into my appeal that was needed, in other words. And he was even able to do that. I don't understand why they could just put stuff, amend it, whenever. Augment is the term, I guess. She's the one who talked to that judge. So, obviously, she's not good. Told her about that drug testing place. Oh, and there's another drug testing place that will lie for them. It's in Napa. I have talked to others at Mission Solano about it. Yeah, a guy was buying a big shot glass for his ex-wife that was staying there and said they were drinking. They still did drugs as long as they lied. For Mission Solano, it didn't matter. They're putting whoever in there that will, say, do the narrative for them so they get their funds. And you're not allowed in there unless you're approved by them first. This is my supposed attorney who kept lying about me firing him and losing paperwork because they refused to accept my paperwork in the courthouse. They just absolutely refused. They kept sending him. Oh, yeah, they sent it back here. This one. And they refused to receive my stuff. I dropped stuff off, and then they're like, "What's this? I don't understand what this paperwork is." Yeah, really? How many times have they asked me to do jury service here? Really, guys? Like, I want to do jury service here, or I should. The food bank doesn't give a dang thing for food. All they are is a third-party broker. This is me contacting the DHS Solano staff about my goals and putting them up on point that it's executive order to stop their nonsense, and they pretty much just laughed. And this is not this last time, but the time before when they came barging in. And I told the Fairfield police, because they shut off my power at that time. I was taking a bath, and then they dropped off the phone that got stolen the night we had a home invasion. I told them, to whom it may concern, in addition to my declaration of residence, please note the following. All correspondence is to be in writing from today into the future. Any further attempts of coming to my residence will be seen as clear intent to assault and harass, and therefore the county of Solano will be held liable for omitting the knowledge of this. Shutting off my power because I do not answer the door is legal intimidation, especially to establish residency verification easily obtained by your department and offered via phone with your dispatcher. I appreciate the synergy and community peace from this point on to adhere to this official notice. And they didn't. With this last red tag. Here's me trying to serve them. Paid $150 to have it served. They rejected it. Here's the declaration. What's the point of filing it if they refuse it? I got a refund though. That was cool. I've signed Diane Feinstein's things. I've emailed Diane Feinstein. Good old freaking Harris that's an auto reply. Congress. Grand juries. This is the last time they've ripped me off. They took 100% of my stimulus, which was supposed to help you in hard times to make up for income that you may not have. It's not a tax return, and they still took it like a tax return. Mind you, my mother told them that she did not need a penny, and they insisted on doing some stupid Kin Gap program so they could collect and harass me and collect money. Yes, but please, we need to fix this issue. It is the post office. They are corrupted. 100%. I've got so many altered papers here if you want them. Please take them. There's too much. This was hard enough for me to do alone. I still have more. I have trafficking stuff. I have... Oh, this is really important too. Why it's your jurisdiction, for sure. Both of these guys are Mexican residents, my social workers. Orozco, Claudia, and Rodriguez.